looks different a little bit. So that way it's like, okay, look, we can spread these out throughout the week type thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
All right. Welcome back to Iron and Leather.
I'm Preston.
I'm Clark. Today we're actually going to be talking about boots, but more specifically, a fake ostrich versus a real ostrich.
Yeah, which I just found out that too.
So both of us have bought in Alpha Western wear. That's like where it kind of started, right?
Yeah. Because of affordability, and we just wanted to get into the boots, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and like we mentioned before, this is a hobby for us, you know, so we're trying to also blend that line of affordability, you know what I'm saying, what we could afford and what we know we're going to kind of wear and test out and stuff like that and kind of bring that to you guys. So Alpha Wear was one of those ones we found, and just like how we a lot of us do, find like ads or something like that on social.
That's how we found them, social media ads. We saw the prices, we were amazed.
Yeah, and it's like we can get two for the price of one.
Absolutely.
Thing, you know?
So that's what you ended up doing, right? You got yourself a pair of Caymans and a pair of Pythons.
Yeah.
I ended up going crazy, buying 3. I got myself an Ostrich, a Cayman, and a Python.
Python too, yeah. I think he was just trying to one up me too, because he was like, "Oh, he got 2. I'm gonna get 3. Yeah, 3 different leathers too, you know."
Yeah, so we've been wearing them for, I want to say, years now, right?
Yeah.
As we further got into the hobby, we became more knowledgeable, and I just wanted to shout out you guys that back when we bought these Alphas, their website did not have a section that said authentic exotic.
Yeah, and I just learned that. I was today years old when I learned that. As the kids would say.
So when we bought these, we weren't as deep into the hobby.
Yeah.
So we ended up buying prints when we thought they were authentic exotics.
Yeah, and the thing is, since you taught me, but explain to them what that difference actually is from a print to actual like leather, you know what I mean, from that specific animal.
The way these like Alpha were marketed to us with their advertisements were 100% handmade leather boots. And we're like, wow, these prices are unbeatable. Especially being here in what used to be the boot capital of the world, we have almost every boot maker.
Yeah.
And so we perused the stores and we're like, dang, $400, $500. We go into Lucchese, damn near nothing's under $1,000.
No.
So when we finally found them Alpha, we're like, wow, amazing. How are they so cheap? Let's grab some.
And question it too, like, how can they be so cheap? Like, why are they so cheap? You know, but thinking like not thinking of it, it was like, dang, these are so cheap, but let's go ahead and get them anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. It was like almost like impulse purchases. But like let's jump into these specific ones. These are the Ostrich I bought. So different toe shapes, but I think for the video purpose, it'll be fine. So this is 100% leather boot, but it is not ostrich leather. This is cow leather.
Cow leather.
That was then painted and pressed into the shape
of ostrich.
Ostrich. These cost me about $100. Don't really wear them much. Another thing I found with Alpha was the fitments. Even though I wear a 9.5 deep, I bought some 9.5 deeps from them. They were way too tight.
Yeah.
And that was the Pythons. I actually ended up taking them to a local cobbler, having them stretched. Still don't fit me.
Yeah, and for he went about that route. For me, I have a pair of Cayman and Python, and I feel like my Pythons are for size 13, they're like really, really tight. Like I can get my foot in, I can walk around and stuff like that, but then I feel like they're almost undersized for what the size that they advertise, right?
Yeah.
And I'm more of the hard head. Like I would just go ahead and try to break them in, you know, because that's
always an
option. Know, in the service too, that's what, you know, when I was serving in the Navy, anytime we get new boots and stuff like that, that's all we did. It wasn't I'm going to take it over here to get a stretch or anything like that. So to me, I'm like, nah, I'll just break them in, you know what I mean? These I still haven't broken in, and they're a very seldom boot I wear, like, because I feel like they are more dressy and stuff like that, and then exotic leather, you know what I'm saying, print. I end up like utilizing that for like more of a upscale dress up and stuff like that too, like, you know. And don't get me wrong, to me, I still like the look of the boot and all that other stuff. I just didn't understand that there was a print of that type of leather versus it being the actual leather. And now it makes sense of why
they're more affordable.
More affordable at that point, you know what I mean? So you don't have to always pay for the actual leather that still have the same look or as close to it as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But today, what we wanted to show you from his, because he has a little more boots than I do, actual authentic one, and then one that is just a cow leather dressed up as one. You know what I'm saying? So no shade to Alpha or whatever like that, because they're making it to where people want to entertain, you know what I'm saying, this type of dress and fashion and stuff like that can still get into at a very affordable price and not feel like they got to break the bank just to do, just to do so.
Absolutely.
But go ahead, bro.
Entry level. Yeah. Like you said, we're not hating on Alpha, but just be aware that there are other options. And if you still want to go with Alpha, that's great. But be aware that one, you may not get a real exotic leather.
Yeah.
Two, the sizing might be off.
Yeah.
But let's get into this. This is a real ostrich leather. This is a pair of vintage Larry Mahans. I actually bought these used.
Nice.
Got a great deal on these. I've been wearing them a while. It's a J-toe, your traditional cowboy toe. These are handmade in Nacona, Texas. Great place for boots. I wouldn't say as good as El Paso, but I'm biased.
we might be a little biased.
But I just wanted you to see like the difference between a real ostrich. So one of the things you can do with real ostrich is actually stick your fingernail underneath the quill.
Yeah.
Where the feather would have been.
Right.
Versus on the print ostrich, that's a perfect circle.
Yeah.
Because it was pressed in.
And I know it might be hard on the video to guys see, but there is a legit difference where like you can see where the feather was pulled out versus just being rounded off to look like it was, it came from that specific spot, you know what I mean? But there's no like little indentation or anything like that where the quill was actually pulled from. So that's one difference you can see really up close, personal, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get these type of boots and stuff like that, if you're going to be down the rabbit hole of scrutinizing them and stuff like that too.
Online, this might be a little more difficult to see, but in person, you would absolutely be able to tell the difference of like, oh, that's a hole where a feather was.
Right.
Another thing is the feel. Like I wear these, but feel how stiff that cow leather is.
Yeah.
Versus the stiffness of a real ostrich.
Yeah.
It's like not as hard of a leather.
No, it's not.
Because obviously the cow's like a much larger, stronger animal than a bird.
Bird for sure. But also too, that you got to give some give and take too, right? Because this is essentially a brand new boot, right?
Yep.
And this is a worn in previous owner type boot too. Yep. So
vintage boot.
When you got that vintage and a new leather and stuff like that, regardless maybe of the cut of leather and stuff like that too, there's always going to be more stiffness on the newer one because it's just newer leather, right? It hasn't been stretched all the way, whether from wear or them making the material or anything like that too. So not necessarily say, like, I wouldn't say take that with a grain of salt, but just know that is going to be a difference no matter what. So the leather rigidity, I guess, rigidity, however you say it. So
the suppleness of the leather,
for sure,
suppleness of real ostrich it's significant versus the cowhide.
For sure, yeah.
But those were just the three things I wanted to talk about. Was you can physically pull up on the quill, you can see where the feather was poked out, like pulled out, and then the suppleness of the leather. That's the big three differences I found between a fake ostrich and a real ostrich.
Yeah, but again, I mean, both of these, whether it be the hand me down, the previous vintage one, or even something brand new like this, where it's dressed up, cow leather or whatever like that to make it look like other. This is still a good looking boot. It's just we wanted to highlight it just to make sure you understand some of the stuff that you're going to be getting in comparison to both. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And stuff that that we had to learn after purchasing what to watch out for. You know what I mean? If we can kind of save you guys, a little bit on that, or at least put a bug in your ear to like, hey, look, watch out for this prior to, then by all means, we've done something right. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Another thing I wanted to say was like you mentioned previously, don't be afraid to buy used boots.
Yeah.
Boots will last a lifetime.
Yeah.
If you get one that's in a good shape, maybe the person got the wrong size. Maybe they didn't want to break it in. A lot of people brand new to boots don't understand that it's not a sneaker.
No,
it's not going to be a comfortable wear your first few times.
No, it's going to be a break-in period, no matter what. I mean, people who construction workers, if you ever bought regular boots for your job or something like that, whether you work warehouse or anything like that, or even truck driving or anything like that, that there's a specific break-in period, whether you wear steel toes or anything like that. So the same thing goes. It's just the leather, right? It's the same thing goes with your Western boot, your cowboy boot. So it's just you're not going to get away from that. But now certain brands, certain makers might have it to where that break-in time is less.
Exactly. We just talked about an area not too long ago. About
and my break-in period, he got a tech step one, and then I got just the regular, your normal cow leather brown boots, and the break-in period was like that. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't take long. My feet wasn't sore, none of that stuff either. Now, there's the other thing though too. What's the age difference in these two, or at least from purchase?
From purchase, I've only had these, been wearing them for a few months.
Okay.
These, as you know, I've had for over 2 years. But the fitment's so bad, I've probably worn them 3 times.
3 times, and you already wore these more than others.
Yeah, like dozens, hundreds of times almost.
Wow.
So and now, it's like a few months of daily
wear, right? So, and I was going to ask too, just because this is a vintage one compared to this new one, straight from you the first owner of these. What's the age gap in between these though?
Like these, the best I could tell, are probably close to my age. So in early 2000s, late 90s.
Got you.
They were very well taken care of.
So anywhere from 15 to 20 years, if at minimum.
At minimum.
Yeah.
Larry Mahan, I don't believe they even make boots anymore. Nocona, Texas used to be a huge boot making place.
Gotcha.
It's not anymore. They probably got 5 custom boot builders now.
Now compared to what they had before.
What they had before in the 80s.
Gotcha.
When cowboy boots really took off, being like very, very popular.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But we're seeing cowboy boots come like more popular. I'd say
it's trendy, like everything else, right? Like
like country music's becoming trendy.
Yeah, exactly. Where you like we talked about earlier and stuff like that too. It's like some stuff is based off influence, right? Like what's in style, what's to wear, and stuff like that too. Us being out west, I mean, that's one of those ones. There's definitely part of cowboy,
cowboy culture,
lifestyle and
vaquero culture.
Yeah, so we see these like
every day.
If you wearing Jordans or Forces or anything like that, I'm saying these almost everyday wear. So, but the interesting part that I found that even with how old this boot is, this vintage style, how well the real leather actually held up over this time. But that also goes to show you that the previous owner of these actually kept up with this boot.
Absolutely.
Just like you did with everything else, they kept up with the boot. But for him to get it at the price that he got it, that's another surprising thing too.
Yeah, $60 for these. There's deals to be found out there on used boots. Like we just discussed, some people just don't like them. So they might buy a pair. They can't return them because they're warm a little bit.
Yeah.
So they just get rid of them. But I'm very much into like a good quality boot. It will last you a lifetime, maybe even 2 lifetimes.
True.
Like you might even be able to pass these down to like a kid.
If they wear the same size.
If they wear the same size.
Yeah, right. Or you got to catch them early, you know what I'm saying? You have a growth spurt or something like that too. But yeah, we kind of wanted to go over it. And I kind of wanted to pick his brain and learn some more stuff today just about what we found out that there are makers out there. And it's, like I said, no shout out to this, no shade to this one, but there are makers out there who just are dressing up cow leather, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So be prepared for that. But if it's a more of a aesthetic portion that you just want to chase, by all means get them. Just know that it might come with some caveats depending on who you get it from. If it's undersized for what the size of the advertising and stuff like that too. So, but again, we appreciate y'all sticking around. We just wanted to really focus on like the difference in these two and try to make it, the leather identical, right? Because it'd be hard if we were trying to do two different type of animals and tell you the difference and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, we always appreciate you sticking around with us and everything like that, and just listening to these two dudes just ramble about boots. about boots and whatever else we're gonna ramble about and stuff like that too. So we appreciate y'all. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then
we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
All right, thanks.